Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Minecrafters of all ages, welcome back to Forever Bedrock. We have got some stuff we're going to work on today, which is going to be, you know what, let's go ahead and put our helmet on just in case. We know how I am about forgetting to put the armor back on. So we're gonna work on some stuff today, and well, I mean, I guess we can take this and this. Let's we're gonna want these and these. You know what? We're probably going to want where we'll just take this. Actually, we're gonna take a few stacks of this. They say do not redstone on camera, and I'm sure there's good reasons for that. Yeah, maybe I should heed that warning, but yeah, we're gonna do some stuff, and I mean, I got a lot of redstoning that I'm gonna have to figure out and learn, and I think probably the best way to do that is to just straight up do it, right? So what I want to know is, first off, if we put a redstone torch there and we put a target block on top of that, that target block should be powered, correct? Which would soft power that. But if I put another, no, not what I meant to do. If I put another lamp against that, okay, so that would be good. And I can just kind of, I'm guessing I can kind of repeat this, right? Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly how I thought it was gonna work. And I mean, those probably really don't need to be okay, we're just gonna stack up. Those probably don't need to be target blocks, but like I could probably use regular blocks and it'd be fine, I'm sure. But we're going all out, right? Like we want this to be as right as possible. It's gonna be a learning experience for me, is what I'm saying. So there's our redstone lamps for entrance 1, which is over there. Entrance 2, which is over there. Entrance 3, which is over there. And entrance 4, which is right there. And we still need to figure out lighting up here to get rid of these torches. That's something that yeah. What happens if I do remove that torch? Is it super dark up here? I feel like there's enough light coming from somewheres. I'm not sure if it's just coming in from outside or whatnot. So yeah, those are visible. Once somebody selects which entrance they're going to take in order to play the game, that lamp will be on until the game's over. At which point we would want to turn it off. So, I mean, I'm not exactly sure how all that's going to tie up. But, yeah, we'll figure it out, right? Let's get our stone cutter. Oh. Okay, so we probably... let's go back out of here. Probably help to get our buttons in place. We're just gonna use stone buttons for now. What's gonna be really tricky, I think, is figuring out how to get it to stay on once so possibly a torch tower to a redstone block on a sticky piston. So I don't know if a stone button would be the right call, or if we need a wood button, because we would want the sticky piston to shoot up, leave the redstone block, and then when the game's done, reach back and grab it back. So it may be we may need a different. It may not be a stone button. It may be a wood button. We'll figure all that out. But for now, of course, I got all my redstone stuff over here. Let's just grab this. Okay, we know those are gonna have to be sticky pistons, right? And there's gonna have to be 4 of them. We know we're going to need at least 2 more repeaters, at the very least. We're gonna end up needing more than that, but let's see. Alright, we got 4 sticky pistons. What am I missing for the repeaters? Oh, the redstone dust. The redstone dust. And me being the redstone expert that I'm not, I knew that still. Or I should have. Okay, I think we're gonna have to kind of toss that back in there in order to. We need inventory space, and I'm tearing up my floor. Okay. Let's just put that there for now. Leave us a nice little. Oh, actually, let's count off this wall where these buttons are. I think they should be, yeah, just right off the corner. Around the wall. Alright, so here's our little redstone area, correct? And we know we're going to want a redstone block. Essentially right there. And right there. Right there. And right there. And there should only be 1 block in between those. Unfortunately, we need to be up there to place these properly. So, I guess we'll stack up this way. Oh. Okay, let's, alright, so, space, redstone block, piston, and another block, right? There we go. Now, the tricky part is those buttons are here, right? Which means the one to the first room is technically right there. So we may need to slide it all down one. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Actually, we can worry about changing the signs after we get it working. So now we have space to play with to an extent. To an extent. Can I? Whoop. Yep, right back in there. Nope. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I drop down like that on purpose a lot just to reiterate what's going on, right? Okay, so if that... Okay, so the button's there. We want our stone cutter. We want this on... This is such a compact space that... yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, we'll put that there. Let's get our stone cutter out of the way. And then we are going to have that. This is where it's gonna be. These two here are gonna be problematic. Alright, for now, let's just continue on our little ordeal here. That comes down like so. Leave some space. And this is really, really cramped. This is the kind of stuff I was trying to avoid inside the maze, and I did not necessarily take it into consideration here. Well, I could do a repeater into that block. And that would power redstone here. And I could put another block there. Like so. And I believe that won't cross, right? We may need to put the buttons on the bottom though, because if the buttons are on the bottom where the signs are at and remove the signs up, that gives us a whole different amount of space to work with. And maybe the only way it's going to be possible to get these last couple in. So, okay, so say, and if that's the case, then we can move them back also. And kind of, that button's there. We just run this all the way here. Like so. I could see how like a line of repeaters would make this possible. Okay, so if this redstone dust goes around there and snakes around to right there. This is nothing. That was my pillar up. Okay. Snakes around to there. Redstone powers that. If this comes straight across here and repeater here will power that. But then that still leaves how we get these two, right? So obviously the redstone dust can't be on the same levels, but if I do repeater here, repeater there. A repeater into this block. Here's where I'm like, how do I do this without the redstone crossing, right? That comes up. Let's get our stone cutter back. We're gonna, I believe, need some slabs for this. And say we put a slab there. That redstone can come up, hit this, snake up here, and that's still not necessarily helping that. Okay, if that's there, so if we do a redstone, no, it can't be a redstone torch. It's going pretty good, Treasure Hunt. How are you doing? Just trying to figure out redstone on camera. This is why people don't redstone on camera, because it's hard to make it interesting. Like, okay, so this one here, I feel like the easier way would be to take these backwards so that you're just plug and go. Go around, plug and go, instead of all the crisscrossing. So maybe because of the way I've done this, maybe that's the way to go, right? So if we put a piece of redstone dust here, it'll power that. And that if we say that's button to floor 4, then boom, that's done, right? Repeater here. That redstone, I guess, could soft power this, but I don't know. Let's do that with a torch. It'll be easier to see what's going on here. So if I put that torch there, that redstone dust powers, but that does not power that piston. What if that's a target block? No. Okay, so if we go with the buttons being up one, I'm not sure how that would help the situation any. Is it because those are redstone blocks against the pistons there? Does that, time for, an experiment, I guess. Ooh, no. Alright, that goes back there. Let's break back out our ender chest and our redstone box. Okay, so say we have a piece of redstone dust here. Let's do that where we got some space. Say we have our redstone dust here. Oop. And that on top of it. If we put our piston up there and we power this, nothing. We throw that torch directly under there, then we get something. But with redstone dust, it doesn't power the block above it. Okay, so the redstone dust would need to run into that block. Like so. And then we get power. Okay. So, with that in mind, if we come up here, yeah, well, slabs are good for weaving your redstone, but, like you have to have, right now we're just trying to get it connected. Okay, so that redstone's not going to do that. So if that button is there, see, I told you guys, sometimes I just be jumping down just to test out my ankle strength. I feel like let me try something. If that was there and that was there, did we try this? I'm not even sure anymore. Let me grab this, that. If no, the redstone's definitely not gonna power above it, regardless if it's a target block or whatever. Alright, so if that button is there, And that's a... I don't even think it has to be a target block. I think it could be a regular block. But let's put that back. Okay, if that button is there, and that's for option 4. If we press that button, I didn't press it because I'm crouched. Nothing. If we make that a target block, does that make a difference? Probably not. Let's break this out just so we can see. No. So that kind of throws that out. Like they would still have to. They would still have to move back a block, right? So that's what we're finding out. They still have to move back a block. Let's place this torch here before I. Alright, so say we have that there. At kind of renders that one useless. If that was our that's our button, and we throw our redstone on here, then that piston has got to move. Like it's got to. No. If it's a target block, will that make a difference? I'm learning redstone. I'm learning redstone. Everything that doesn't work is still a lesson learned, you know? Okay, being a target block does not make a difference. So that's there. If that's there, can I put that back? That kind of gives us the same problem we had before though, right? Okay, that redstone... Wait a minute, did it just work? It did. Alright. Awesome. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. But it did bring the block back. I believe, however, if we throw that sign back there, do that, do that. Now, I believe if because of the difference between a stone button and a wood button, this will leave the redstone block behind. No. No, it does not. We could lower all this down by 1. Add in slime blocks. Alright, so we're sciencing. Learning redstone. Alright, so if we had... Let's make this a sticky piston. Alright, so say we have... a sticky piston here. A slime block there. A redstone block there. If we do that, and then use a wood button, it brings it back. Okay? Still brings it back. I didn't mean to take the redstone dust. I want the button! Okay. Redstone dust. Stone button. And that still brings it back. So my next question is it because that's a sticky piston? No. I know that there are tricks to this. The problem is with Java and Bedrock, Redstone things like this work differently. So you know what? Let's I don't know if it would bring that back being a regular piston, regardless the type of button. feel like we need a little more space. Let's get that out of the way. But see, this is where we kind of end up with the same problem again. Well, I mean, not necessarily here, because I can do a repeater into there and one out, and with this one here I could bring it down and around the other way. Is that the difference? Is a repeater. We don't want the torch, we want an actual button to test it with. Okay, so that definitely brings it back. And that brings it back. What if we change delays? Okay, makes no difference with the wood button. No matter what kind of, no matter how many ticks we have it set on. Stone button may be the same deal. Okay, let's try the slime block thing again. Excuse me. Pushing the button repeatedly, hoping for different results without changing anything. Not gonna happen. Okay, so back to the wood button. And I'm sure that some of you guys are gonna watch this that aren't live or possibly are live and say, look, this is what you gotta do. It's simple and I'm just not getting it. Let me know in the comments below, just in case yeah. Alright, well, that does, It does cause for it to be a little problematic. So the question is, how do we get what we want? We want the light to stay on until we tell it to turn off. And I'm not sure how we're going to work in turning it off. Like all the redstone may have to come down here where we have room, and then like torch tower back up or something. I mean, we could probably... We could probably do a torch tower fairly easily, right? Oh, there's the problem. We got that on the wall instead of on the block. I do know enough to know that that's not what we want. Okay, so say our button's there. We bring it there. Like it runs into a repeater. Comes down here. Nope, that would not. That would not affect it, huh? Let's up. Nope, that's not gonna... It's not gonna do it either. And what happens if we do that? Nothing. This is why I titled it Redstone with a question mark. Because is it actually... Okay, so we already know, like, redstone dust is not going to do anything to this block above it. So I could possibly cut that out. Bring it down, the dust down and around to here. that's not going to affect that at all, right? Because that redstone torch is just powering the redstone coming back up. And this button is not going to turn that off. What if that button was down there? Nothing. Alright, let's take that away from there. So what we need is for the dust I think I have a little bit of an idea here. What we need is the dust to come down to a torch. That's not powered, right? Well, I guess that bottom torch makes all that irrelevant. And I'm not sure if that redstone is going to have any effect with that torch underneath. But if we bring it like that, that's all powered because the top torch is powered. So what we need, possibly, repeater, redstone, okay, something like that. Wow. Why? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't see that coming with the multi-click there. This may be where this may be like a stone button deal. So hard. Okay, up here. So again, that's with us moving it back to here, like we wouldn't have this. And if it's a stone button, we still get the pulsing. Is that because of the... Is that because of the repeater? Excuse me. Oh, I need some water. So, I'm not understanding the pulsing. Not understanding the pulsing at all. We got what? One more tick left, and oh no, not what I meant to do. Let's get that torch back. Break that. Bring that way, that way. Okay, so I already say I want that there, but I want that there. This, and this. Okay. But that's got the reverse effect of what we're wanting. I feel like I'm basically reconstructing the same thing, just with another layer. Okay, so the top one's on. This one's off, this one's on, this one's off. But if when we had it this way, that did turn that torch off. But I think because that's also powering that, that's where it's the issue. So, what if this was like that? And we still get the pulsing. Okay. Is that because of that block? No. Are there any other extra blocks? What if that was a comparator? We still get the pulsing. If I turn it around that way, I don't think that's that would be backwards from what we would actually want, I believe. So that may, yeah, that just killed it. Okay, so let's go that way. Let's put it in subtract mode. And we get the pulsing. I'm not understanding why we can't get rid of that pulsing. how's it going? It's Fluffins. How are you doing tonight? I feel like this is becoming way more complicated than it needs to be, just because because it's me doing it. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's say that's a target block. Let's get rid of that torch. That's redstone dust. Okay, no pulsing. But again, I like retried this. I'm not gonna be able to get it to leave the redstone block behind. So maybe this has to be a lever. Now, mind you, we still, once we get this, the redstone needs to go under everything over to whichever opening. I feel like tying into it that way tying into that should be easy once we get this part figured out. But it's the getting this part figured out that seems to be the issue for me. If I use a sticky piston with a slime block, it didn't leave it behind. Like, nothing we've tried has left that behind. Now, if it was a lever, we know we could turn it on and it would stay powered. We could turn it off and it would unpower. But with a lever, how would I unpower this when the game is done, or that button in here gets pressed? How would I unpower this and that lever still be on? Like, I I almost feel like what I'm trying to do can't be done, though I know it should be able to be done. um, I don't have any more redstone lamps. So just to test. I feel like I know that that's going to have the one beside it powered too. Because it's now hard powered. Or not. Oh, have I been trying to overcomplicate this that much? Okay. So, if that's the case, that goes there. That goes there. Let's break this. Give me my sticky piston. Whoop. Okay, that's up. Alright, let's take our lever back. If that's a stone button, and I press said stone button, put that sign back out of our way. Oh, it's because the button's on that level. If I do I could very easily do a repeater and that would power it, correct? No. It's not not going to power the block above it. Okay. So that kind of puts us back to where we were. Unless we move the buttons up to this layer. Which then kind of takes away more space. Like, the higher up those buttons go, the less space we have to work with in here. On the other hand, if that's a torch, and that's a block, it raises the piston, right? So if it was down a block, we could get another torch in. That button no longer. I kind of feel like we're just running in circles here, guys. I don't know how many of you watch me that are, you know, redstoners, but I definitely may need your help on this. Okay, so first off, let's kill that. Keep in mind that won't be there. Okay, target block there. Redstone torch there. What if that's not What if that's not a torch there? What if that's redstone dust? Oh, dust. Redstone dust is powered from back here. It does nothing. So we can, if we can get more room for us to work with, we can figure out an easier way to manipulate the torch. Why are they both on? That's... because that's on the wall. But if it's not on the wall... So that kind of puts us right back where we were, right? Unless we're doing it backwards. Block there. Redstone torch on top of block, right? That's not affecting it at all. Okay, what if that is a, I don't know that this is gonna make a difference, though I keep trying it. No. If that button was over here, redstone and with Jugerite, compelling television. Yeah, the repeater facing that way would do absolutely nothing. However, redstone dust there would. So now's where we get to talking about inverting the signal. And because that's there, it's not going to, this is just gonna, that torch is just gonna make that stay powered. remove the button down. No effect. We don't necessarily have room to do a whole lot up here. So this is where we're gonna bring in the slabs. We're going to put a slab there and a redstone dust there. It's still able to power that? This is problematic. If I take that corner out, or that corner, those corners aren't actually, oh, that corner is not actually covering anything, right? What about this block? Yep, that's behind the chest, so we need to leave that there. Okay, that gives us a little bit of room to play. Alright, because if this is 4, 3, 2, and 1, then we only have one back behind all that, yeah. We can easily send power into that block and pull it back out if we got the room. I'm kind of wanting to bring this back here. And it's not going to do anything for me, though. Not at all. So, okay, let's the button is on this level, which means this is the level in which it would get power. If we do a target block and a stone block. Nope, because this would only be soft powered, which means it wouldn't be able to power this. Guys, we have spent a lot of time on this for tonight's stream and got nowheres other than the fact that we know we don't need these up here. So this is what we've accomplished. Riveting, right? Okay, we've got that. Now get these in. Get that there. If that first button is right there, whoops. We could take advantage of the fact that the redstone will not power the block above it. Right? And yeah, we're up. And we could do, I don't really know if we need slabs here, but say that was a slab. This could be like the most spaghetti noodled redstone you ever saw in your life here in a minute. Alright, say that's like that. And we just start bringing it down. Put that there just to see. Alright. We take it straight down, right? We get power all the way down there. If take out extra blocks, now we would want to use like a repeater here, and this redstone would be offset like that. But not by enough, because as soon as I put this redstone here, it connects. And does this number to us. So even if I have a repeater there, everything beyond that point is going to blend together. So I would have to do one better than that. Yeah, even right here, that redstone's gonna, so it would have to be like repeater, repeater, redstone. And then spaghetti noodle back this way, I guess. This is something I may end up having to get Fred to help me. But I'm gonna put some time into this and try and figure it all out. Like, I know if I just put a repeater there, there would be nothing to power the redstone going down without it being on the same line, right? Double repeater here, redstone, 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 redstone. None of that would connect. And then there's two of our deals, right? But that still doesn't help with keeping this on. Or even turning that on. And that's just the first two. Right? So if we, this is kind of my thought. The second I do that, it can connect, right? Now, I could can't. Ooh. I was gonna say I could slab that, but I can't. Okay, yeah, we were working off the theory that redstone won't power the block above it. However, I cannot get a repeater there now with that slab there. Oops. Okay. And I get nothing there. Is that button not even powering this anymore? Like, what's up with that? Okay, that piston's working. But that redstone's definitely not connecting. And it's because that's a solid block. Okay, if we did that, I couldn't get redstone back on it. Nope. It would have to be there. Then I could redstone that. And slab that. And we pressed the button and I missed it because I fell. Try it one more time. No. Alright, so I think the best thing I can do is clear up this mess. Because that's all it is a mess. Get rid of that one. Put that back. I feel like what we're going to be doing is trying to power it from powering it from the sides, like off of a block right there, right? Which we come up here so I don't have to restack. And do this. Okay, put that back. Put that slab there. Actually get rid of that slab. And put that block there. we put redstone dust there and there. Will our button raise our piston properly? No. Because the redstone does not go up to there. Because piston is solid. I fell. Puppies are going crazy. So there's our dilemma. So I'm going to have to get back to the drawing board on this. The only thing that we know, thanks to all of this, is that I did learn that we could power just the one redstone lamp without powering any around it. With a redstone block. So now we just got to figure out how to get our wiring to said pistons. I feel like I was on the right track to begin with, bringing it out this way and then, you know, having them kind of weave around or whatever back to there. Maybe, I don't know, but I think our best bet's going to be to put our buttons on the bottom and do it and bring it down like this. I'm gonna figure all that out so that we know for sure. But I'm gonna figure all this out off camera, and I'm not gonna try and do this on stream like this again. Probably won't do any more redstoning on stream for, you know, a very long time. But, you know, there's learning curves, and tonight was all about trying to learn something. And we did learn things, just not things that are going to be useful for this particular situation. We did learn that we are really cramped on space, even more so than we probably realized to begin with. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Check out all the other Forever Bedrock members if you enjoyed it. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, hit that subscribe button, and remember to always keep mining and crafting. And I will see each and every one of you